Hello, my YouTube friend. It's kind of busy in the shop right now, so I think we're gonna do a walk and talk. I think we're gonna walk this way because I haven't really shown this part of the neighborhood so much. So I figure we'll walk this way, see if we see anything really cool, and just give you an update of what's going on. Yesterday I did a little bit of an experimental video, a time lapse. I wanted to capture the entire day from the moment I opened the gate to the moment I closed the gate. It was a lot of fun. I know it's probably not gonna do that well. You know, I immediately as it posted, I lost a subscriber. That's just what happens sometimes when I experiment. But for my own self and for the good of the channel, I like to do stuff like that occasionally because I find it fun. And if I'm having fun, I can keep going making videos every day. So make sure you watch it. Super crowded while I'm walking through the neighborhood. So I had sort of a bad buying experience. If you saw 2 videos ago, at the end of the day, I showed you a box with some Sailor Moon and other pops in it. So that lady had called the week before, talked to my wife, and then made an appointment to come in on Wednesday to sell them. She showed up Friday. By Friday, I was pretty much done buying for the week. I didn't want to buy anymore because the shop is full, and I was just worn out and really tired. Let's go that way. So I was sleeping that day. That was the day I slept in. I had to catch up. I'm actually adjusting back to a daytime schedule now. What happened was I felt tired enough that night. I slept that amount of time, but I still went to bed at like 4 in the morning, and I was able to wake up at 11, I believe. So 7 hours. I was kind of jet lagged all day, but I was, oh, check out this building. This is a restaurant where they put a whole bunch of metal handles on it. It's pretty cool. So I woke up at 11 to do the time lapse, and because it was Saturday, I was taking it easy so that I could just adjust. So I popped into the store a few times. You actually see me in the video. A few times I had to do stuff, and I had to change the batteries in the cameras every like hour and a half or so, just to keep them going. But I did film the whole day. So I told my wife in the future, if people want to drop stuff off when I'm not in the shop so I can work on it later, that's fine. So she did it. Now she doesn't want to do it because of this event. So basically I spent 2 hours pricing out the stuff. Oh, over here there's a cool little artist flea market that's cool to check out on the weekends. I wonder. That's the sign. I could be distracted a lot because there's lots going on in the neighborhood.
5th grade.
I spent 2 hours yesterday pricing out the collection, and it took 2 hours because stuff was dirty. I had to clean like food residue, stains, lots of dirt and dust. A lot of stuff was damaged and beat up. And what happened when the lady dropped off, my wife was like, do you know what the prices we pay, the percentages? And the lady said, oh, it doesn't matter. I just need to get rid of this stuff. So I like to tell people prices so they kind of know what to expect. How, you know, I try to let people know. So I don't think she's someone who watches my channel. So she probably hasn't seen my videos where I talk about it. Oh. Over there is the park. We're gonna walk down the street here to the pier. I think it's a little bit cold today, so it's not as fun of a walk to take, but it's just cool to see the neighborhood a little bit. So to continue my story, so I went through everything. I didn't think the lady was gonna have a problem with the price, but I did have to knock stuff down, like the older stuff that's damaged, 25 to 50% off the PPG price because of the damage. And I'll show you guys in a few minutes what I'm talking about. And then new stuff, if you have a new pop that just came out and it's dented up and damaged, I can't sell that for a premium at all because you can still go to the store and get them. So PPG says it's worth 20 and retail is still 12, and some stores still have it for 12. I can't sell it for 20 if it's beat up. I can't sell it for 10 if it's beat up. You know, I'll try to sell it for 10. So I'll value a $20 pop that's brand new, beat up as $10. I can't. So overall, the collection valued out at, I think 393 is what I priced it out after adjusting for damage. So PPG was probably 600. I offered her 160, which feels kind of low. It was actually 170. I knocked it down another $10 just because of how dirty and beat up it was. And so we offered her 160. She said, oh, can you tell me what each individual piece was priced at? So I was just like, oh God, this is a lot. I already did 2 hours. I don't want to spend another 2 hours pricing them all out. So I just took pictures of everything as I priced them, and I told her the percentages we pay. Anything under $10, we pay 30%. Anything from 10 to 15, we pay 40%. Anything above 15, we pay 50%. So she's like, I'm coming to get my stuff tomorrow. I think she said, I'm coming to get my S tomorrow. So I think she was pissed at the price. I like to avoid that kind of situation. Wow, it's really windy right now. I hope the camera is working good, because this is when it starts sounding, or not the camera, the mic, because this is when it starts sounding really funky. Really funky. So it's okay. I said that is fine, because I don't need to fight. I don't need to argue. She can come get her stuff. I wasted 2 hours. What's 2 hours? $40 worth of labor. And her pops are nice and clean now. So she got free Funko Pop cleaning. All the food is washed off. All the windows are wiped down, rubbing alcohol. Everything's clean and beautiful. So she can come and get them. I'm probably, if she decides to try to sell when she comes to pick them up, I don't know. I'm kind of done with it. I try to be nice and as fair as possible. But sometimes people just think what they have is worth a lot more than it really is. But it's not really worth full value if it's damaged. We're by the water. Let me flip this around. So this is the pier by the water. It's kind of beautiful over here. You have these, I guess, apartment buildings here. They have these really nice wooden benches right here. You can come and sit, enjoy the city skyline. It's kind of dreary and cloudy today, so it's not as enjoyable, but it's still beautiful. I love just walking down here every once in a while. And then you can just this way, you can just keep walking the line for like a mile or two, and then it goes through Domino Park. I'm actually going to go to the end of this pier so we can just look at it a little bit. I'm walking down this pier and it's starting to rain on me. No, I'm gonna get wet. It's just a little bit drizzle. It's no problem. It's beautiful out here though. I mean, I just love the water. This is one thing I love about my neighborhood. It's just beautiful, right? It's not nature beauty, it's man-made beauty, but I absolutely love it. You got the apartment buildings here, the Williamsburg Bridge is there, there's the World Trade Center, Freedom Tower, whatever you call it, Empire State Building, all those new high-rise apartment buildings. You got the United Nations right there. I see all of Manhattan right here from the water. It's like if you live in Manhattan, you get to see us over here. It's not much of a view, but if you live over here, you get Manhattan as your view. It's almost better to live on this side of the river, I think, than if you lived in Manhattan. I just think it's so cool. The wind is blowing like crazy right now out on the water. I'm just hoping this microphone is working. That's why I got it, right? So I can walk out in the water. This is a full wind river test. All right, let's test it out. Just testing the microphone as I spin around here. Hopefully that works, or it sounds good. Okay, let me get back to the shop and just show you the box of pops and kind of explain how I think the values get affected by damage, right? Older pops, you can add, a little damage is okay. I think a pop from 2015 and earlier, that's before people really started using protectors. Those can have a little bit of damage at its PPG price, right? Maybe a little dent, a slight scratch. But if it's heavily damaged, it's going to be knocked down 20, 30, 40%. But a new pop, if they are damaged, the value goes down real quick. All right, I want to show how condition kind of affects pops or their value. This is an older pop. The plastic is really dented up. It's got a tear right there, a little bit of a dent right there. That corner is stunted, so being an older pop, that hits the value a lot, but not as much as newer pops. So I'd probably take about 40% off of the PPG price, and that's how I'd price that one. So if it's like a $20 pop, I'd probably price it at like $12.99. Just damage like that really does affect the value. But then when you have a newer pop like this, Tyler 21 Pilots, like this is a $20 pop, but the back's got a big dent or tear right there, and overall just kind of beat up. This one, I'm probably gonna knock down 50% of the value, because newer pops, people put them in protectors. So there's a lot more competition for newer pops. So newer pop damage like this is gonna really knock it down. And then something like this, if it's a newer pop, I think PPG is like 15 on it. This one's not terribly damaged, but it has enough, like that corner is dented. It's dented right there. That's enough. I'm gonna knock that down probably to like $8, just because you can still buy it new for $12 in mint condition. So damage on stuff really, really, really affects the value. Or like something like this. This is still a cheap pop, this Daryl Dixon. It's probably like a $10 to $12 pop, but it's got a big tear on the top like there, and it's dented and it's beautiful. Something like that, I'm gonna have to put out for $6.99. And then, I think there was, you know, every single pop in this collection was pretty beat up. So this Sailor Moon, a lot of people wanted it, but it's really scratched up. It's dented there, it's scratched right there. The back's got a big dent. It's got 2 food stains on it. Something like that's going to add, you know, affect it about 40% of the value. Then we have one more newer pop. This one's heavily scratched all over the plastic, and it's general. It's kind of dented up, not in the best shape. It did have a lot of food stains on this side that I spent like 10 minutes cleaning up, or like food residue. Something like this. Oh, and that corner stained. Something like this, it's like $10 on PPG. I'm gonna have to put it out for maybe $6 or $7 just because it's damaged. And it's gonna be a very slow sell too. People aren't rushing to buy the damaged pop. Some people, you know, some people like them for out of the box, but you know, if I sell a $10 pop for $7, great, because out of the box collectors want them cheap. That's why they're out of box collectors. If it's like a $50 pop that you sell for $30, it's still expensive. People aren't gonna want to buy it. It's really hard to sell the damaged stuff. Did Jovan come or no?
He was supposed to, but he couldn't get someone was supposed to come in early to cover for him.
So get someone to. Did
so
you bring his little
yeah,
mini box? Stuff?
Yeah, his little box of fun stuff.
This feels about normal, right? You have the biggest pile. Jared's the second biggest, and Jovan has like 4 things.
Yeah, me and the wife, we moved into the apartment yesterday, so I need.
So this is a space.
Trying to get not only space, but I want to be able to display my stuff.
So you can actually enjoy it.
All in boxes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How awesome is this? I'm back with the Jays. I haven't seen these guys in forever. Jerry, I haven't seen in. Were you here during the pandemic one time, right? Or was that pre-pandemic?
Maybe the beginning.
I'm
not sure.
I don't remember. I think actually last time I bought from you was right before the pandemic, like that December.
Probably. That sounds more likely. I mean,
it was when you needed to get a car update.
Yep.
Yep.
It was October then.
Yeah. So it was the
October.
And then Jared, I've seen a few times. So it's awesome. The rest of the Jays are missing. Jovan, I don't know.
fake Jay. It's fake Jay.
All right. I'm going to show you guys their stuff in a little bit, and you're going to give me a couple days to go through it, right? Yeah.
So take all the time you need. I'm not in any rush.
It's a big old pile of stuff, but these guys are super awesome. All right. It's so awesome to see you guys.
Always. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Happy to be back.
All right. I talked Jerry and Jared taking me into the Queen's Comic Party. I just had to take a look. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I'm having a fun time digging through stuff. Got a whole stack here I'm putting together. Lots of cool comic books. You want to keep digging? I'm here with Street Side Anthony. He's taking my picture.
Hello. How you guys doing today?
Yeah, he's always giving me a great deal on comics. So yeah, we have a whole bunch of cool comic books out here. Tons to dig through. All right, I'm done with the Queen's Comic Party. That was kind of a last minute spur of the moment decision. It was fun hanging out with Jerry and Jared for a little bit. And I bought a pile of comic books. I'm going to do a haul video probably sometime this week on Pop Comics. Kind of piling up on comic books that I have to do a haul video with. But it's fun. I wasn't really planning on filming, so I didn't film too much today at the event. But I bought a lot of cool comic books. So I'll show you guys in another video on Pop Comics. All right. Okay, I have about a mile-and-a-half walk back to the shop. So 20 minutes, I guess. When I get back to the shop, we'll see what's going on there. Yeah, the Queen's Comic Party is always a ton of fun for me. I'm always finding cool books for a really good price. You know, if you're into comic books, you should follow them on Instagram just to see when the next event is. It's always worth checking out, especially when Street Side Anthony's there. He always hooks me up with the best deals. And I feel like, you know, it's a great way to collect comic books because I'm getting stuff, you know, 20-30% below value a lot of times. Sometimes it's right at value, but you're not paying the shipping if you're buying on eBay. So I'm really happy with what I got. I can't wait to show you guys on Pop Comics what I picked up. Lots of cool stuff. Kind of amazing how many stickers on this pole. All the same stickers. It's for some museum of food and drink. I don't know who took the time to do that. That is crazy. They're even on the pole right here. All right, back at the shop. It's cold today. I'm glad I grabbed a hat before I left. But let me go in the shop and see if there's any work I can do. Also, someone left a giant bag of crappy DVDs in front of the store. I don't know what this is. It looks like some bootlegs and just some junk.
I didn't take anyone out.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna figure it out in a minute. Okay, so I got a whole bunch of boxes here. How many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes full. No, 10, including that one. So 10 boxes from Jared, Jerry, and Jovan. Jovan wasn't here today, but he dropped off a box as well. They're gonna give me a couple days, so I'm gonna work on it tomorrow, and then if I can't finish tomorrow, Tuesday. But it should be a lot of fun stuff. They usually have pretty awesome stuff when they sell it, so very cool. I brought that bag in too because I have a feeling someone's going to try to sell us this stuff in like an hour if I leave it outside. I don't know. It might just all be junk and I'll just throw it away. Or I'll dig through it to see if there's anything worth salvaging. Just look at the sales and it looks like we sold more today than we did yesterday. And yesterday was pretty busy. So that's actually pretty awesome. Let me just take a little look at the aisle to see how messed up it is. We have, doesn't look too bad actually. You know, a couple things I have to clean up. Space on the Marvel shelf, which we got a DC pop here. But yeah, this is good. That's what we wanted. A bunch of space to open up this weekend. So yeah, I'm going to still probably cut back buying for a few days. I mean, I still have all that stuff from them that just brought in. But I'm not going to like try to let anyone come in with stuff for probably 2 or 3 days. Just so I can kind of catch up and sell some more and make some room here. Over here is quite a mess. But honestly, I don't mind the mess of stuff is selling. It's just part of the job. I get to clean it all up and see how much room is left over. I'm assuming we cleared out probably like 3 boxes worth of pops, so 90 pops this weekend. Not too bad. All right, this is pretty cool. Michael messaged me earlier today to see if we would buy pops. And I am trying not to buy pops, but then he showed me a picture of 8, I believe, 6 or 8 Pokemon, just really good ones. Really awesome stuff. So this stuff, you know, I'll say yes if it's a small pile of stuff that I know will sell really quickly. Yeah, that's all really cool Pokemon. All these diamond editions. That's pretty sweet. Oh, and 1 Attack on Titan. Yeah, yes, I'll buy as much Attack on Titan as I can get. And 1 more Pokemon. All right, sweet. That's some really awesome stuff there. All right, so I was looking through Michael's stuff and I found the dreaded book off sticker. Yep. It's the worst. He was just telling me they have bootlegs.
They have bootleg pops there. I'm sure if you go by and check it out yourself, you'll see plenty of them.
Do you remember like some of the there's like a whole bunch of them?
It's a whole bunch.
So do you think people are bringing them in knowing that they'll buy them and like,
1,000%.
and they probably like, oh, it's $200, I'll give you $50 or something like that?
Right. And that's a come up whether you got the pop for however cheap you got it.
Yeah,
they had a fake LeBron James one there, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah. They had a
They might have paid only $10 or $5. I don't know what they paid. They paid like nothing.
Whoever walked out with it, I'm sure they walked out with a good amount of money.
Yeah. Oh man, that sucks.
So be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
Be careful.
And I hope they. Do they still do this?
They still do the same.
They still do that
sticker on the box. And they'll put it right on the front cover of it too.
And it's a security sticker, so if you try to peel it, it leaves foil behind. It is just the worst. Yikes. I hate it. Yeah. That's all right. I'm not going to affect the value too much just because she's perfect other than that. All right, let me go through Michael's stuff. I'm here with Nicholas and Sebastian. Nicholas is trading in a pile of stuff. I'll show you guys in a second. They came from Mexico to visit the shop. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it's really cool meeting you guys, and he brought some awesome stuff, including an error I'm really excited to go through. All right, let me go through the stuff. Thanks so much for bringing it in. This is awesome. Okay, so Nicholas brought some fire. We have a 1,000-piece limited Looney Tunes pop. That's amazing. A Selena Kyle Chase. This is cool. These are all from Mexico, so this is kind of amazing. Mr. Peanut Butter. I can't say his name. I always say it wrong. Frodo Baggins Chase. The Chase version of him, I think I'm keeping that one just because of how rare it is. This is the amazing one. I'll show you in 1 second. And the Seated Sally. So I got to pull this one out. So this one, I'm going to pull it out of the protector. Okay, if you look very carefully, the screech or scream on there is upside down. It's an error pop. Amazing. That's going into my collection. Thanks, Nicholas. This is amazing. Okay, I think I'm going to end up keeping these 4 because they'll be harder to get. Error, definitely. This just has the international sticker with the Chase, so that one I probably wouldn't be able to get again. So I'm going to get that. The limited one's amazing, so I have to add that to my collection. And then Mr. Peanut Butter, just a fun-looking pop. And this whole set is so hard to get. So I am adding those 4. It's more than I should be, but amazing stuff. And I think this is just an opportunity to get them that I might not normally have. Okay, today was a fun day. I didn't do too much in the store because the weekends I like to take a little bit slower, have a little bit more fun so I can recharge because the week's a ton of work. And I'll be working a lot this week. But I just want to say it was a fun day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.